Welcome back to another episode of Dani and Ellie's Tropic Beauty Club. Make sure to join our girly chat and remember to subscribe and like on our YouTube channel. Enjoy! Happy Friday!
I'm
Woo!
so glad it's Friday.
I know, I literally have a wine today because I just feel like the sun's out. Why not?
I've
What
got
have
to
you
tell you,
got?
but it should be a wine after the day that I've had.
Oh God, tell me more. Why? What's been going on? Your life is always so. I find it hard to keep up.
It's chaotic, isn't it? It's
Oh,
so
tell me.
chaotic. I've just been here, there, and everywhere, and I've driven three different cars today, just trying to find a car suitable that doesn't have bald tyres and that does have battery to
Oh my
drive
God.
to Birmingham tonight because I am going to our Tropic Leaders Weekend.
Oh, of
So
course, yeah.
yes, I haven't packed anything, haven't done anything, I haven't washed my hair. Like after this, I'm on supercharge to
Yeah.
get ready. So this is
You're a
my
woman
hour
living
of
on the
chill
edge.
time.
Oh my God. Well, I'm glad you're here. We can start. And yeah, I mean, obviously this today has just been crazy for you, but what about your week? How's your week been?
I can't even remember what I've done this week.
We're off to a great start here.
What about you, my little ray of sunshine and your yellow today with your
I
glass of
know,
wine?
I know. I thought I'm just gonna, radiate the happy vibes. What have I done this week? Work, boring work. I have decorated, well, not I haven't decorated, but we've had one of our rooms decorated in the house, so that's been nice putting all that together. Haven't
Oh,
really done anything too crazy, really. Just it's been quite a nice week. Just been super busy, but also super tired. But the sunshine has definitely helped to just spur me on. Had a lovely little lunch by St Paul's yesterday on the grass with my friend at lunch.
oh,
So
so
yeah,
nice.
yeah, it feels so good to be able to do that again because when it's raining and cold, you're literally sat in the office and you're like, I don't want to move. So no, it was really lovely. It was absolutely packed. So I think everyone had the same idea. But yeah, at least
Yeah.
you've got your leaders thing to look forward to this weekend.
I am. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to spending some time with my friend because I don't get to see her very often. And
Yeah,
actually, this is my chance to persuade her to come onto the pod to talk about something really interesting that me and you really want to touch on. And she's an
yeah.
expert in it. So this weekend, watch your space. I'm going to get her on board.
Okay, project podcast this weekend.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
well that is really exciting because yeah, for our listeners, we have a plan, and we are going to start introducing some of our long-awaited guests onto the pod over the next few months. And we thought we would kick it off with Danny's friend, like she says. It's a big topic that we want to touch base on, and feel like a lot of people will relate to it. And hopefully, your friend can share some really interesting information and insights. And yeah, that would be amazing. I'll be really buzzing to have a guest on.
I am excited because she listens to these as well. So she's going to know that I'm talking about her right now. So there's no pressure, but there is.
There's no escape.
But
Oh,
going back to
brilliant.
what you said about going for lunch outside and being outside,
Mm,
oh my God, it's literally made me realise. I've thought it for a while, but now I definitely think I have that sad thing where you need, like in the winter, you're just like, meh. Because when
yeah.
the sun comes out, I feel like a new person.
I know seasonal depression is like such a thing, isn't it? When you're in the midst of the winter and the cold months, you just think, oh, I'm snuggling under a blanket. And then that goes on for months and months. But actually,
Yeah.
when you get that little glimmer of sunshine, it's like, woohoo, let's
Yeah.
go. Yeah, no, I totally get it. It's so much better for, your mental health. You just feel happier, lighter evenings. Like a massive bonus for me is when I wake up in the mornings for the office, it's now getting light. And then when I come home, it's not dark. It doesn't feel so miserable. I'm like, okay, I've still got a bit of daylight to play with if I want to sit in the garden for half an hour.
Oh, for
So yeah,
sure. I mean, I get up between 5:30 and 6 o'clock, depending what we're doing. But I'm always up early because I have to get the kids up early. They go to school early. Like she gets the bus at 7:20. So it's so nice that it's light outside because it's easier for me to get them up, and it's
yeah.
not dark when she's getting the bus in or out. So I look out the window in the morning. I think, yeah.
How much sleep do you actually get,
Oh, not enough,
like on
Elle. Not
average?
enough. I really should go to bed at like 8:30. I really
Mm,
should, but I don't because
that's the
I'm
dream.
tired all day, and then in the evening I'm wired. Like I am a night owl, so I'm more awake at night. So I get in bed, and a lot of the time I just can't get to sleep because my brain is just going round and round. So you're quite an early person though, because a lot of the time you're going up into London on the train. What? How much sleep do you get? Because I feel like you text me back when I text you late.
Yeah, do you know what? It really depends. Like on the day I've had, I really have tried this year to like, same as you. I ideally I want to be in bed by like 8 o'clock, tucked in, wind down. Even if I watch a little like half hour of telly or whatever, which you shouldn't really do before you go to sleep, but just to have that like chill. But to be honest, when I'm in the office, I don't go to sleep until half 10, 11 because
Mm.
get home from work, make dinner, sort myself out, get myself ready for the next day or, whatever it is at home. Um, and then, yeah, but this week, I don't know what it is, but I have, when you wake up in the morning and you think, have I even been asleep?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I
honestly,
do.
I've just been like, I'm exhausted. But today, I don't know what's happened. I've got a spring in my step, got a new lease of life. But that is actually because, well, I'm hoping it's because of this. I actually got a really early night last night. I said to Ryan, I
Ooh.
can't do it. I need a quick dinner and then I need to go into bed. So, yeah, I had an early night. I slept quite well. I actually tried out, he has these little ear plug things and he really snores, so I was like, give me them. So I put them in and it was a game changer. So I think I'm gonna become like a 50-year-old and get those in my ears.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Well, a lot of the time, like Dan doesn't snore. I'm really grateful for that. But a lot of the
God.
time, even just him turning over in bed wakes me up. Like I'm just a light sleeper. And I did actually suggest the other day, because we're going to get a new bed. I was like, how about we get two beds? And he was like, no, babe, we're not like an old married couple. And I was like, yeah, but my sleep would be so much better.
Oh, it would. When me and Ryan like moved into here and we was doing our room and getting beds, I wanted one of those split down the middle mattresses, like that you can move up and down.
So you can put a wall in between.
Yeah, and he was like, he said the same thing as Dan. He was like, absolutely not. Like, we are not getting one of those beds. Well, I thought it'd be great. Could like recline myself up in the morning, hop out of bed. But no, I'm stuck in a bed where same thing. I'm a very light sleeper. Any noise, I'm like, what's that? What's that? So my brain never really shuts down.
Yeah, same.
Um,
But the king and queen have separate bedrooms.
duh, we are the
How am I
queens.
any different?
Oh dear, no, it's so true. But I didn't quite realise, and it does explain a lot because it was World Sleep Day. I think it was last week or the week before. I was doing
Yeah.
like loads of research into it because obviously Tropic have their So Sleepy products and the benefits of getting a good sleep for your skin.
Mm,
Wild to me. I was like, what? I mean,
yeah.
the whole recovery mode situation is
Yeah,
just
because between the
insane.
hours of 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. when you are asleep are crucial hours because your skin cells renew themselves while you're asleep. Again, why it's so important to take your makeup off when you go to bed because otherwise your skin can't do
Yeah,
that.
it's like
So yeah,
suffocating.
between
Yeah,
the hours of 11 and 4 is like crucial.
yeah. And then I saw something actually, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. I mean, maybe I've just been living under a rock and didn't put two and two together, but it was like that is why it's called beauty sleep because your collagen like produces, like you said, renewal of skin cells. Your blood goes to your skin, like your blood vessels, and it just is that real recovery restore mode. So
Yeah.
for anyone that didn't know, I was living under a rock like me. Get some good sleep, and you might see some improvements with your skin as well. Because yeah, I mean, I always thought I got too much sleep, but we can only try.
Well, another reason why I've been waking up feeling rubbish and a bit like I haven't slept, a bit like I'm hungover, I think it's
Mm.
because hay fever's back on the cards and I need to
Oh
start taking hay
no,
fever tablets.
dreaded hay fever. My friend really suffers with that, and this year she always gets a really like sore nostrils and stuff where she's like blowing her nose constantly and like sores on her face. But I'm gonna give her the balm
Mm.
um because I
Because you know
think that
that
would really
balm is
help.
actually really good because people do it with ugh.
Is it like
Vaseline.
block the pollen
But
or
you
something?
should put some round your nostrils before you go to bed, especially if you sleep with the window open, because it stops the pollen from going up your nose and just sits on the balm. So
Genius.
you should do that definitely. But
Yeah,
I
absolutely a
get more of a
genius idea.
hungover effect. Like my eyes sting, I've got the headache. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, no good. I'm really lucky. I don't actually suffer with hay fever, but maybe we can explore that in a different
I only
episode.
developed it in the last few years. I think I was in denial about it. And then last year I was like, no, I definitely have hay fever.
What is wrong with me?
Always
Oh
something.
God. Yeah, always. Um, what did you end up doing for Mother's Day? I've been intrigued. Did you go around to your mum's and have a little afternoon tea, or what was the
Yes.
situation in the end?
Yes, we did. It was a really nice, chill day. So yeah, nothing fancy. But what about your mum? Did she enjoy her Mother's Day without you in Thailand?
Oh my God, she is living. Honestly, I'm getting the daily update. She's still not back, and I really miss her. Like, I know I'm
Why
a
did you
30-year-old
go?
woman, right? But I need my mum. No, I didn't go because I just couldn't commit. They wasn't
Mm.
really sure when they was going, and obviously I already have some trips and stuff booked for later this year, which we can chat about later. But yeah, I just couldn't commit to it, and also she wants to go with her friends and whatever, and I didn't want to gate crash. But no, she's had the most incredible time. They actually went to see elephants yesterday
Oh,
at the
amazing.
sanctuary. So yeah, she was sending me all of that. So no, she's having an amazing time, and I think the daily Thai massages are, giving her that relaxation that she needs. So
Yeah.
I don't think anything that I could have planned or done would have compared to the trip that she's had for Mother's Day.
No.
Um, so no, but I'm really excited to see her when she comes back next week and get the down low on the old Thai trip, because I think it's been an eye opener, especially in
Yeah.
Bangkok, like
I bet.
the wild scenes. So
I wasn't actually a fan of Thailand. I wouldn't go back. It just wasn't really my bag, but people
what?
love it.
Yeah, well, this was also the thing. Like, as much as I couldn't commit, I looked at it, and I'm not a massive beach girl because I don't really like the sea, don't really like the sand on my toes.
Yeah.
High
I
five.
hate sand. Like, why do people enjoy that? Like, you come home and you brought half of it with you. Like, oh,
Everywhere. I know. And where they was going, I don't know. And maybe if I did go, I would absolutely love it. My friends are traveling around, or they've just spent 2 months traveling around and loved every single minute. But the same as you, it's just, well, it's never really appealed to me. And I don't know if I'm a weirdo for saying that, but
not so.
it just hasn't really appealed to me. But no, I think that she's had a lovely time, and her, my auntie, and their friend, they all needed just that real break away, and 2 weeks is a great like block of time to do that.
Yeah.
So yes, but
Did
every
she
day I'm like, go
take,
on.
did she take her tropic sun care with her?
She did. She has.
That's
And
do you?
I know, and I'm like a broken record. I'm like, you do know that you're gonna just age quicker if you don't put this on your face or you don't put this on your skin. Like
Yeah.
before she went, she wasn't wearing like a lot of makeup or whatever, and I could see like certain things on her face, and I was just like staring at her, like analysing her face, and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh no, I'm just checking, this, that, and the other." Because no, I wanted her to go and be like super protected, because as we know, SPF and sun care is just so important, and
So important.
we've got to drive it home. SPF is gonna like save your skin. It's gonna stop you getting or looking old prematurely. I think it's 80% of premature aging comes from not wearing SPF, which
Yeah.
I didn't really know again until recently when I was doing some research into it, because I wear it every day with like put it on under my makeup or on my makeup free days. And then I was looking into it because I was thinking, I know you're supposed to, but I don't really know the benefits of why, except obviously prevents kind of your skin cancer and those sorts of things. But I was like, what other benefits is this going to do? So I was looking into it, and yeah, 80% of premature aging skin is down to not wearing suitable SPF.
I can well believe that.
Yeah, and you obviously touched again on the UV rays, didn't you? And what the difference was between A and B.
Hmm.
Again, crazy. So I don't know if you want to remind our listeners, because obviously we are getting that summer weather. It's the beginning of summertime at the end of March, which finally. But yeah, I think it's well worth a reminder on them on those points.
Well, I just think it's important to remember that whatever sun care that you use, whether it's tropic or not, it's the UVA and the UVB that you need to remember. So the UVA, the A stands for, remember, it is aging. So UVA is the rays that come through the clouds, even on a cloudy day. They're the ones that are going to age your skin and cause things like skin cancer, etc. UVB, the B stands for burning. So they're the ones that actually burn you. So, you know, like when you, I don't know, go out with your mate and they go, oh, I don't wear sun cream because I just tan. Like, tan is still burning because you
Yeah,
need that protection on your skin. Even if it doesn't look like you're burnt, you have burnt because your skin's just gone brown and not red. And that's what UVB is. So you need to make sure that whatever you're using is a broad spectrum sun cream. And I don't want to harp on for too long, but people often ask me why we don't have the Boots 5-star rating on the back of our sun care, because the reason being is that it is a Boots paid thing. So obviously we're not sold in a shop, so why would Susie Marr give money to Boots to put that rating on the back? We don't need it. We believe in what we say and what we do, and our products work. They're tried, tested, and we've got all the right certificates for that.
yeah,
That scheme is purely companies paying Boots to give
to
them
like
that rating
certify their, yeah.
so that you pick it up. That's all it is. It doesn't actually mean anything. So I just wanted to clear that one up because I get asked that question all the time. It's that is not actually important. You just need to be researching exactly what it is you're using and make sure that it works.
Yeah, no, 100%. And going back to Thailand, actually, and my friends that are traveling, um, one of them, she goes the most gorgeous, like brown color. She's got that olive skin. You know those girls, and you think, girl,
Jill.
like I'm pale as anything. And I
Yeah,
just look
me
at
too.
her, and she
I
only
like
has to look
tan.
at the sun, and she's like a goddess. And I messaged her when she was obviously been out there for a little while, when her tan was really, developing. And I said to her, I hope you're wearing sun cream. I said, because you're going to, because she's also planning on then living in Australia. And I
Wow.
said to her, you need to be putting SPF on regardless, because even though she doesn't burn, which to be fair, she doesn't, I said, you're going to be like a wrinkly old
Mad.
lady. Yeah, literally. Yeah, literally mad. And we don't want that. So, yeah, no, I reminded her of that too, because I think if you are blessed enough to have, like golden skin and you don't burn, I suppose you're like, well, what's the point? I don't want to prevent my skin from tanning. And I actually think that a lot of people believe, or I used to growing up anyway, if I put sun cream on, I'm not going to tan. But when I've tanned the best, it's when I have reapplied the sun cream, my skin's been hydrated, it's had that, protection on it, because I guess it doesn't dry out, the skin cells are regenerating because they're protected.
Mhm.
So yeah, I just think that that's a really important thing to remember and not get confused with.
I remember years ago, my friend, she's black, and she said to me, someone said to me, well, you don't need sun cream. And she was like, what are you talking about? Just because I'm not pale and looking to go out and get a tan doesn't mean that I don't need sun cream. Like,
Yeah,
this is still skin.
yeah, exactly, and that is super important to remember. So it doesn't matter what shade of skin you have, what color skin you have. It's all about the protection of it.
Yeah,
And of course, obviously, some people are more susceptible to burning and whatever, but that's not what it's
me.
about. Yeah, and me. Honestly, I look like a lobster
I
some of the time.
basically should have been ginger because I
Oh
don't tan. I go red and then I go white again. And everyone goes, really? You? I'm like, yeah, I live on fake tan. What you see is not real.
no, make it till you make it,
Like,
baby.
I'm like this colour without the tan.
Oh God, yeah, no, same. But do you know what? I that's why I really love the CC cream,
Mm,
because it's got that slight pigment in there that you feel like you've got a bit of coverage, but it's also SPF.
mm,
So I'm like, right, this is great for days where maybe I just want a bit of a light, even when it is hot weather, you don't necessarily want your skin to be like caked in foundation or heavy makeup. So the CC
yeah.
cream is perfect for that lightweight coverage, that silky coverage, but you're also protected.
Well, and it's sweat resistant, so it takes you from day to night as well. So if you're on the beach
Yeah,
all day and then you're having drinks on the beach in the evening and you're not going back, that's going to be your day to night. It's perfect.
yeah. What sorts of things do you take the whole sun care range when you go on your holidays, or what are your go-tos that you would? Is it the CC cream or is it the skin shade?
Oh,
What's
I
your
take it all, babes. I take it all. Like
should have known?
most of the way is me taking sun care for my family as well because they go, "Oh, you can bring it." Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I'll take up half my suitcase weight with your sun cream." But I
No
take that.
worries.
I take all the sun creams. I take the Great Barrier. The kids use the Skin Shade because it's really good for fair skin.
Yeah.
Um, and I also take fake tan with me because I fake tan when I'm on holiday.
Do you?
Yeah, I do because I hate being
What?
pale. It's like ingrained in my mind. Like I've been fake tanning since probably the day I was born. I hate it. I hate being pale. I literally hate it. Like in the winter, I like cover up so much you can't see anything, and then in the summer, I'm like, right, that's it, fake tan's on.
Oh my God.
But
That
my
is mad.
favourite all-time sun care product of ours, and I have to give it a mention because it's bloody brilliant, is the Sunstick.
Oh, so I read about the sun stick, and it was basically like it said it was like a battery pack for your phone, but sun care for your skin.
Yeah.
So tell me, because I've not used it, but you obviously have.
Oh, you've got to get yourself some because it's brilliant as well if you're going skiing. I know that season's probably over now, but for anyone who wants to think about it for when they do go, it's brilliant for skiing. One of my customers bought it for their son who's going on a skiing trip because it's
Yeah,
compact. It's about this big. It's like a little Pritt stick, so you pop it up, but it's got tamanu in it as well. So what it does is it also helps skin repair. So if you're burnt from the
yeah,
day before, like especially your shoulders, you literally just draw it on your shoulders. It's thick, but it does sink in. It's not like, it doesn't leave you white, but it is thick because of the consistency, and it stays on your skin. Water just runs over the top of it. So if you've got kids who love going in the pool and they're in and out and they can't wait half an hour for it to, sink in, I
yeah.
do all the sun cream and then I draw that on their shoulders and on their nose and, all those kinds of areas and ears as well.
Oh yeah.
And the water just runs over the top of it, so it stays where you put it. It is amazing. And I've done a video before doing it on Ashton's face. I just draw it on his face like that.
Oh, love it. Oh, well,
It's
that's
so
really
good.
interesting to know. We'll have to pop a post on our socials page so people can flick through and kind of see in person what we're
Yeah,
referring to, because
yeah,
I
we
do
will. Yeah.
actually have the Sunday and the CC cream in my makeup bag, but I don't have it with me because I've had a stressful morning as well and was unprepared. So it'll go on the socials.
Well,
There's no
I thought
show
I
and
was going to
tell.
have a sun stick to be able to show today, but I remember when my mum and dad went to Dubai the other month, I gave it to my dad to put in his golf bag so that he can just draw it on his face when he's on the golf course.
Yeah.
So I was looking for it everywhere and then thought, I don't have
Oh,
it.
Dad's got it. Dear. Speaking of holidays, what's your like best holiday? Obviously, we've been on two holidays together. That's
Oh,
exciting, ain't
yeah.
it? One holiday we will just forget, that's in the archive, and the other one was for your lovely wedding in Santorini, which was amazing. But
Um,
what's
I
your all-time fave?
I probably should say that my wedding was my favourite holiday, but it wasn't because, as you
Yeah,
know,
sorry.
we were
Oh
all
God.
ill, and I was even ill on my wedding day, and I think I had PTSD from it.
If anyone's ever watched the film Bridesmaids, Danny's wedding was like the scene in the wedding shop of Bridesmaids.
Literally.
It was awful. I thought my mum was dying. I've seen her have a jab like this big in places that you just don't want to know. Danny was so ill on her wedding day. I mean, I shouldn't laugh because I can't imagine how horrific it was, but
I have to
God knows
laugh
how I
now.
escaped it. But
I
it
have to
was
laugh now because I
memories.
was asleep on the toilet floor for 2 hours in my wedding dress just because I was so just drained from being sick and being on the toilet. And yeah, I think I've
Oh.
got PTSD from it. I don't even watch my wedding video anymore.
I remember walking into your accommodation, and Dan was just like dead on the bed, like man down the day before, and then you got it like the night before, didn't you? And then the day of your wedding, you were so poorly.
It
I
was
felt
no, it was
awful.
literally the day of my
The
wedding. So
day,
I
yeah.
woke up that morning with my bridesmaids and my mum and that to get ready, and we went for breakfast, and I couldn't eat, and I was like, this is weird. And everyone's like, oh, you're just nervous. That's not me, Elle. I can eat through anything. Like, I
Comfort
stress
eat.
eat. I'm an emotional eater. Like, I was like, nah,
Preach.
this is something's not right here. I always
Yeah.
eat. And I tried a bit of toast, it wasn't happening. And then I put my dress on, and it wasn't overly tight, but obviously they are tight. And I got in the wedding car with my dad, and I was just trying to pull the rib away from my stomach. I said, oh my God, I've got such a stomach ache. My dad was like, you'll be fine, you'll be fine. Got through the actual getting married bit, and then when we went
God,
to
yeah.
start taking pictures, Ashton was on my hip, and you know when you just get that wave come over you where you just think, oh my God, I'm going to be sick, and I just
Yeah.
threw him on the floor and just ran off. And I think everyone was like, it's a bit late to be running off, you've already
Yeah,
got
runaway
married.
bride. No, but at first, in all seriousness, we obviously knew that Dan had been ill, but didn't know that you'd been poorly because, like you say, you managed to get through the ceremony. And then, yeah, just saw you run off. And we was like, has something happened? Has someone upset her? Like, what's gone on? And then realised how poorly you were. And yeah, I mean, you just couldn't write it, could you?
I mean, I was not bridezilla at all. I wanted a small wedding with
No.
like no one there. It was Dan that wanted a big wedding, and all I
It was an
wanted.
insane wedding, can I just put
I'm
out
glad
there?
everyone had a great time.
Regardless. Yeah, you did. Yeah, thanks.
Wanted was to wear my dress and get drunk with all my friends, and in the end I just about managed to wear the dress. That was it. and I
No
and I
good.
hate attention being on me, like, so that it was my worst nightmare anyway. But then walking into the hall after I'd had my 2 hour nap and sort of got over it a bit, and everyone going, way, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, you sounded like the ground to swallow you up. I remember we went on a boat trip, me, mum, and your brother-in-law actually, and we was in the middle of the ocean, and the same thing happened to my
Oh
mum.
no, I'm thinking of the boat trip on the other trip we're not talking about. I vomited the whole way through that boat trip.
Oh, oh, yeah, you did. No, no, that's in the archive. I'm not referring to that trip.
We're not thinking about that.
No. And mum just became like super poorly, and I was like, oh no, not her now, not her. Because, it'd been a while and we had sort of escaped. Obviously, we wasn't staying in your accommodation, so maybe we was a bit. But then, yeah, she was down in the bottom of the boat in this bedroom, but it was absolutely boiling, right? And the same thing, she was just being sick. Sorry, mum, I'm like totally exposing you right now, but she won't mind. Being sick, like it was horrendous. I'm like going to them, you need to call a water. What was it? I was calling them like a water ambulance or something. I was
Yeah.
like, we need to get her off this boat because I just thought we still had like another 3 hours. It was like a sunset cruise. We was in the middle of the trip. And I was thinking that, and then he was like, we can't turn the boat around. There's no one that can come. She's just going to have to stay down there. And I'm like, oh my God. They're like totally chill. And I'm thinking my mum's like dying downstairs because, and my mum's a warrior. Like I would never know if she was poorly or whatever because she just
Yeah.
powers on. But I was worried. And then, yeah, basically had to carry her back when we got back to the room and call that doctor. I mean, that doctor earned well from your wedding party, didn't he?
Really good.
But he was amazing, to be fair. But yeah, that was like one crazy trip.
We had 3 holidays because my hen,
How? Oh my God, my baby! How can I
that
forget
was
that?
more successful than the other
That
two
was,
trips.
although I had like I think I must have been having ice in my drinks because I was not having a good time.
Oh, so to
Maybe
sum
we're
up,
cursed.
we need to go on a new trip.
Yeah, we do. And hopefully not be sick or, get bellyache because that would be amazing. But no, Marbella was really fun. I loved that.
And none of those illnesses were due to sunburn because we had
No,
protection.
this is absolutely true. This wasn't sunstroke. This wasn't burning. This was pure germage. I don't know what was flying
Yeah,
around on the islands, but it wasn't a
no, it
good
was
time.
not.
But no, go on. Sorry, we've sidetracked now. What has been your favourite holiday?
You must know. I go every other year.
Oh no, not so right. I'm just going to make a declaration to all of our listeners because I don't want the hate, right? Danny's about to say Disney and Florida, right? And half my family are obsessed with Disney and Florida, and I get sent a Disney Christmas card from one of my cousins every year because she thinks it's hilarious because I hate it so much. So she's like, there you go. Every time I go to her house, I either get a Disney mug or a Disney plate because she like shoves it in my face. And I just don't understand. I've been there once and I've been there twice, and now I'm like, I can't. And I know I'm probably being a misog and I don't understand the magic of it all. But how many more times can you go and see Minnie and Mickey?
Babes,
It's
maybe you need to
distressing to
come
me.
with me. Maybe you need to
Why?
come
What do
with
you?
me.
Why? Tell me what you get up to then.
I think it's
Sell it
just,
to me.
I think it's pure nostalgia for me.
Okay.
Because I've been going since I was a kid. Literally from, I think my dad took me for the first time when I was 5, and he had a villa there, and well, he's had a couple. So we've gone every year. When I was a kid, we used to go at least twice a year, and I can't explain it, Elle. Like, when obviously you know how chaotic my life is and how
Yeah.
insane it is, and my brain just like is constant on overload all the time. I literally get into Disney and I'm like,
Okay.
I'm
See that?
fine.
Okay, see that I can kind of relate to, not with Disney. I'm putting that out there. Um, but with Malta because obviously that's
Yes,
where
you
my
love Malta,
family
don't
from, and I
you?
guess it's like a home away from home. So obviously Florida and Disney is your place that you can just totally relax. Obviously, if you went there growing up, and it's probably got really special memories for you, and now you can create that with your own kids.
Yeah.
For me, it's Malta. So I mean, the first time I went to Malta, I think I was 10 days old. Um,
Wow.
yeah, because at the time, my great granddad, who I was obviously super like lucky to have great grandparents, but my great granddad was actually quite poorly, and they didn't think he was going to make it. He did, but yeah, 10 days old, I was on a plane. I've got photos of all the air hostesses holding me, and whatever. And then from then, every year, really, we kind of went as kids.
Oh,
And yeah, from that day forward, we've been going pretty much every year. And obviously, I've got a family out there. So we usually go, there's like loads of us that go because obviously it becomes a bit of a family trip. So that for me is probably my favourite holidays because I know it like with the back of my hand. I have the most amazing memories with all of my cousins like growing up. It has changed a lot now, so we get a bit sad when like we won't be able to take our kids to like the places like they used to have like trampolines on the seafront and stuff, and we used to go there like every night, and it was, you know, the highlight and the dodgems and all sorts. And now they don't have that anymore because they're just like
oh.
building it. So it's really sad because parts of our childhood are like not there anymore. But
Yeah,
for me as well, that's kind of the magic. And when I'm there, I'm just feel like I'm at home. Um,
I get that.
so yeah, no. But do you know what? I kind of get your reason for going is probably the best reason that I've heard from all of, and my cousins will probably be cursing me now, going, "Oh my god!" But yeah, it's a standing joke between me and my Essex cousins. I don't know if it's an Essex thing either,
Well,
because
Ryan is lucky because it would cost him a lot of money if you did love going. Because every time I float the idea or send down a reel or something Disney, he's like,
yeah, what's
okay.
his? Okay, so he just basically smiles and waves and just
Do you know
comes along
what?
for the ride.
Every time we go for sort of between 2 and 3 weeks because you kind of need that time to do
Yeah,
everything. And he loves it. He loves America. He loves the big. We hire a big car. He loves driving. He
yeah,
loves looking around. Like, we don't just do Disney. We do Florida. But every time we're about to go home, he's like, "That's it. I'm done with it. We ain't coming again. We've done it now. It's done." And then
yeah.
give it about a year, and he goes, "So when we next going to Florida, then?" I'm like, "Wait a minute."
How much time have you got? Just booking in for the whole year. No, but you know, if that's your happy place, then I do get that. And I'm sure probably majority of our listeners are going to be Team Danny and Team Disney. The
Yeah.
minority are probably going to be on the Mizog train over here. But but no, I just can't relate. But I'm so happy for you that you love it.
Boring.
Sorry. Um But no, so holidays, what have you got booked? Are you going back to Disney this year? Or have you got other trips planned?
No,
What's your
obviously
plans?
because we moved, Disney's
Mm,
been put back a bit, so Disney will probably be next year now. It's just picking the right time to go, really. I mean, it's busy all year round, so you can't really get a great time. But we're going to go to my dad's in Spain this year.
nice.
We love that because that's a home from home as well, and the kids are happy doing that. But yeah, that's about it at the minute. I mean, last year we had quite a few holidays. We did Vegas with our friends, so we loved that.
Yeah, you had like a
Um,
wild time last year, didn't you? So
Yeah, and then
jealous.
obviously I had my tropic trip as well because I achieved the trip to Costa Nav. That was insane. That was like
Yeah.
5-star luxury, all expenses. It was amazing. Loved it.
Wow.
Um, but yeah, this year's probably a bit quieter. What about you? What have you got planned?
Same really. So we have a wedding in Ibiza, in
Oh, cool.
September, which I'm buzzing for because I only went to Ibiza for the first time a couple of years ago when I took mum for her 50th, and I absolutely loved it. Like I didn't do that whole girls trip thing, to Ibiza or any of them when I was younger. So to go, but I actually quite liked going when I was older because I felt like I appreciated it a bit more.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got a wedding in September, which I'm so excited about. We've got all of our friends out there, so it'll be a really good like group holiday. So that's going to be amazing. But I do want to try and like get another little cheeky trip in before then because I'm not quite sure I can wait till September. That's like 6 months away.
I
Well,
know.
yeah, 6 months away. I mean, I can't do that.
I'm all
I
right
need
when the
another
sun
trip.
comes out. I'm all right when
Yeah,
the sun
it
comes
doesn't have
out.
to be abroad, but like even just a little staycay, like we can take the dog, like just another little break away would be amazing. But we'll see. We're doing a lot to the house and stuff still, so we'll just
I've
see
got
where the
I've got to ask, right? And
yeah,
I know
go
we've
on.
digressed a lot today, but I think people like the chat. And
Yeah, go on.
I think some people might like to hear the answer to this. So I've got to ask, if you were getting married, like when you're getting married, are
Yeah,
we
I
going
like
abroad
it.
for that or are we here for that?
No, I'm going abroad.
Yay!
Listen, there is no way that I would be waiting the length of time that, let's face it, I'm gonna have to wait before that idiot proposes to
Let
me.
me call Ryan.
Yeah. No, do you know the worst thing, right? I've had I've had like an oven cleaner here today and like a drainage guy here, summer maintenance and all of that.
Yeah.
And both of them say, oh, we spoke to your husband and this, that, and the other. And I go along with
You're
it because
like,
I'm
who?
like, oh yeah, I'm like a pretend wife. But then I think, no, sod you don't deserve to be called a husband because I don't have the ring. But no, I would love to go abroad. I just think that people love different things, and obviously budget wise, and all of that, and hopefully I would still have relatives that would be able to travel. But I would love an abroad wedding because I just think one day and then done. Like it's
Yeah.
a no from me. I need a full celebration and I need everyone to have an amazing time, like, and for it to be a little bit like yours, certain things that you plan like the night before or a couple of days after. I think there's nothing better than having everyone you love like together for a
Yeah.
week or however long people fly in and out for.
Yeah.
So I would 100% go abroad. And to be honest, I would probably choose somewhere like Ibiza because I feel
Yeah.
like it's got the best of both, for all the party animals, for all everyone that loves to dance like me. Um, it's got great stuff. It's got great restaurants. It's super family friendly as well. Like it's
Hmm.
just got the balance, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Ryan will probably be like sat in a bar having a drink with the lads, and I'll be like at Schweier, like giving it all that. Because he's like totally not a dancer. Um, but no, Ibiza would be my dream
Oh,
destination.
I'm very excited. Come
I
on,
know. I think
Ryan.
we should start a petition, and we should start a vote if Ryan should propose to me.
Do you
Let the
know,
listeners decide my fate. I reckon that would be a good idea.
we were together 5 years and had a 3-year-old before Dan asked me to marry him.
Oh God. Yeah, see, I
Mm.
would be really irritated.
And it's funny because I remember saying, oh, when she goes to school, like I want to be married because I want to have the same name as her, you know. And
Thank you.
we did that. We got married just literally the same month she started school, but I still haven't changed my name.
I mean, girl, that is payback for
It's
him.
been 7 years this year,
That's like
and I'm
that,
like,
Jim.
when my
I've got what I
passport
want.
when my passport needs renewing, maybe I will. But other than Facebook, nah.
But also, to change your name, it's such ag, isn't it?
Oh,
Didn't quite
no.
realise. So all the admin, the bank statements, the car insurance, your passport, your contact details, your God knows what else, your bills. It's
I was
crazy.
I was literally talking to the car insurance people earlier, and I said something about my husband, and she said, "Oh, are you married? Because we've got you down as not." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, yeah. You can change it if you want." She was like, "Mrs." And I was like, "Nah, just keep it as Stephen, just fine." She was like, "Okay."
Okay. Oh dear, no, that's brilliant. But no, I'm the same. I just think last name having the same. How beautiful. It's brilliant. Your little family unit.
Yeah, we are anyway.
Yeah. Um, No, I mean that has been a real journey down memory lane, those holiday
Love that.
conversations. But no, we definitely need to get a trip booked in. And if any of our listeners are our friends and you want a little girly trip, drop us a line.
Let's
We're
do
well
it.
up for it. I know, I feel like I need to do more of that, like just
Yeah,
live, you know?
I know. I
Because
do, definitely.
life, I was speaking to the oven cleaner actually earlier, and we were saying, life is, if you can't enjoy it, what is all of this for? Do you know
Yeah,
what I
what's it
mean?
all
Like, what are
about?
you doing it for? You
Hmm.
have to have things to look forward to and make memories and all of that. So I'm a massive because it's turning 30. I've just got like a bit of a rocket up my ass, and I'm just like, right, what can I do? I need to do it now. Time's running out. I'm like spiraling,
I
but
saw
no,
something the other day that said about surviving and thriving. I feel like I'm just surviving.
yeah, we need to do more thriving.
Yeah.
Because we're so capable of it. I feel like we just need
Yeah.
to have a little zen moment, maybe take some so sleepy products and just zen out and just sleep for a week and feel
Oh,
revitalized and spring back.
the dream.
I know. And speaking
Speaking
of
of
that, oh,
needing
go
more
on.
sleep, are the clocks changing soon?
I was literally just about to say the same thing. We're
That's got to
psychic.
be soon, right?
Yeah, I was about to say, although the sunny weather and the lighter days are great, we're actually going to lose an hour of sleep. And I'm
Oh,
fuming
is it
about
that
that.
way round? Oh,
Well, yeah, because I'm sure, yeah, because the clocks go forward. So it's actually
oh,
later, earlier, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I believe that is on, it's like the last Sunday of March. I want to say the 29th. Could be, if I think that's the last Sunday. Um,
I
so,
mean, I'm up
yeah,
for later nights, but yeah, oh, I hate it
I
when
know
you lose the hour.
I know you almost have to like prepare now. How am I need to get in bed an hour earlier to make up the hour that I'm
Yes.
losing because it hits you. Why do they always do it on a Sunday as well? For them on the Monday morning when most people are up to start their week, either school run, work, whatever,
Yeah.
and you're like, really, the universe is not on my side.
I know, and like your phone has changed the time for you, but like the clock on the wall hasn't. So you're
Oh,
like, what
so
freaking time is
confusing.
it?
So confusing. Oh, all because of the bloody farmers. I mean,
Mhm.
that's actually what it's for, isn't it? So they've got
Yeah.
like an extra hour. I was speaking to my uncle the other week and I said, I cannot believe that the whole world, I think it's the whole world, is it? Must be the whole
I don't
world.
know.
I don't know. Anyway, but at some point they changed their clocks because of a
Mental.
farmer. Because of a
Yeah.
farmer one day said, oh, I don't think it should be 8 o'clock. I think it should be 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like,
And
what
everyone
is
went,
going on?
okay, we'll get on that.
Like, what in the combine harvester is going on here, please?
What in the combine harvester? I love that.
It's
But
true.
oh, the sun was like, like when you see in like, I don't know, your nan's garden back in the day, and there's like a little statue, and the time is from a little thing that sits on the top, and the shadow that casts is what time it is. How do they change that?
Honestly, it is a black hole that I don't want to dive into because we would be here for a very long time.
This
It's
is
like
what
the
I would be
pyramids, like the
asking.
Egyptian pyramids. You just can't.
This is what I'd be asking ChatGPT if I wasn't on my phone right now. That guy would
Yeah,
know the answer.
honestly, it's just like crazy. But
We have
no, I
massively digressed today. I hope
we
people like
have.
listening to us waffle.
I did want to actually just tell our listeners about the general consensus on how much sleep people get, because we done a poll on our socials. So I just was really interested. I was thinking, do I get too much sleep? Am I on average?
Yeah.
So I put the question out, how many hours sleep do you get? And 11% say that they get less than 5 hours sleep. I mean, I
Oh,
would be deranged if I did not have
I
like
would be
less than
there
five
with a
hours.
sore head. Like, nah. I
What?
mean, you can't come near me until at least 9 o'clock after a cup of tea and the kids are at school. Like, until then, don't even say good morning to me. But 5 hours sleep? Oh, I
That
can't
is
imagine
not
what I
for the
would be
weak.
like.
Yeah, so for those warriors out there on less than five, go you, because
Power
you're
to
better
you,
better
because
person than me. Yeah. And then 44, so it was split. So 44% said they get between 5 and 8, which I think is about average. You know, I fall between that category, 5 and 8, and 8 hours is what you should get. So I think between the hours of 11 and 7 are the prime times that your body repairs, goes into deep sleep, all of that malarkey. And then 44%, I mean, how spoiled are they? Said they get between 8 and 10 hours. Imagine getting 10 hours. I
I,
mean, who
I,
even are you?
I don't think I could do that even if I tried. Like, even if I don't have to set an alarm for the next day or the kids
Yeah.
aren't here or whatever, I don't think I could even do that naturally.
No, I mean, when I was growing up, I could lay in bed. I mean, people used to go to me, Ellie, like that is so lazy, but I was just always exhausted.
Oh,
Um,
10 years, you can do it for
oh,
sure.
mate, I would literally lay in bed till midday. It was bad. But as I've got older, I wake up so early, and sometimes at the weekends I'm like, oh my god, I want to lay in, like, and then on the weekdays I'm like, I have to be up early, and I could sleep for longer. You just
And when
can't.
I'm up, I'm up. I can't
Yeah,
go back to sleep.
no, that's like Ryan the other morning. He obviously has to wake up a lot earlier than me for work. And straight away he's on his phone, right? Because he's got to answer his texts and sort jobs out and whatever. And it's just like ta 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 ta. And the other day I woke up like a possessed demon, and I just looked at him and I said, "Can you do that somewhere else? I'm trying to sleep." Because it was like 6 in the morning, and I didn't have to be up till 7. And I thought, you are taking the biscuit. Like, I honestly,
I
no.
mean, one day you ask Dan next time you see him, say, what is she like in the morning?
Do you know what I think we should do? They're gonna
Like,
say
Dan
no.
literally leaves the house and says to the kids, good luck with her today.
Yeah, I actually think, I mean, they probably are going to tell us to get lost, but I think sometime in the future we should feature Dan and Ryan on the pod, and
Yeah,
they can give a different perspective of like boyfriends of like Tropic. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like what we get up
yeah,
to, what they have to witness, what we do, us moaning at them about their skin and God knows what else. And
yeah, yeah.
the tables will turn. So maybe we'll set that in our sights.
We
But
should.
before we kind of bring it to a close, we was talking about how people always think that having more products are like better for their skin, and like having an excess of certain things is like gonna fix them. But you obviously have, we've spoken about this before. There's like a concept that more isn't always better.
Yeah.
And so tell me like your experience with that, because I think it's a hard like balance to get, isn't it? What's too much, what's okay, and yeah,
Well, yeah, because I,
I
I
love
think
listening
as
to your little.
well, I I was actually speaking to someone this week who wants to become an ambassador, and I always
Mm,
say to people, "Do you use Tropic? Like, what you've been using, blah blah." And she reeled off all these things that she's been using, but they're all different brands, which again is a big no-no. Don't switch and cross
mix and
over,
match, yeah,
because you just don't know what is counteracting something else. There's products in Tropic that you can't use together because they
yeah,
counteract each other. So it's the same if you cross brands. But there's a massive overload of skincare, I think, that people use. I mean, even when I see some like TikTok videos and things like that, and they're slapping this on and slapping that, and I'm just like, why are you doing that and that? You could have just done that without needing to do that and that. Like,
yeah,
it's just too much, and your skin just gets overwhelmed. Like, a basic skincare routine, it's like when people come to me and they go, I want this, and they want the whole big set, and I go, right, let's just start small rather than overloading the skin,
yeah.
because skin can get overwhelmed, and that's when you can
Mm,
get spots and rashes and sore patches and dry patches. just start basic, because you don't need all that. You just need a good cleanser, a good toner, a good moisturizer. Use it for a few weeks, see how you get on, and then we can incorporate some serums or a night cream or whatever it is that you want. But let's just see how your skin copes with just a new change of skincare and a good range of
Yeah,
skincare,
yeah,
and just see
and
how you get
consistent.
on. I would rather lose the sale of those extra serums that were added on if I know that you're using something that I think you're going to love and your skin's really going to benefit from. Because
Mm.
yeah, chucking all that on at the same time, you're not even going to know what it is that's irritating your skin. If people are using like 7 different products and they're like, oh, I've had a rash. Well, how do you know what
Well, what
what was
one was
giving you the
it?
rash?
Yeah,
Yeah, because the cleanser
yeah,
might have been fine, but it might have been that nighttime serum that you've put on that actually your skin doesn't like. So just start
yeah.
basic and add things in, and then you can eliminate things and know what's what.
Yeah, no, I've actually had, now you're saying that, I've just, my cousin, she has always used a couple of different skincare brands. And to be fair, her skin's like beautiful, she has really good skin. Um, but she told me how much it cost her, number one. And then she told me everything that she orders. And I was like, hold up a minute. And she was like, I need to reorder, blah, blah, blah. And obviously, I'd been doing the tropic stuff, so she was like looking at my videos and asking me questions. And I said to her, "Listen, I'm gonna put you together a small like skincare, because she's already used, like, I mean, way too much. I mean, I think she had at one point like 3 different serums, a couple of different and it was just the same thing, overload,
Oh,
and unnecessary really. But I think it was just she fell into that habit of, well, I use it, that's what I use, I'm just going to reorder it. So
yeah.
I've now actually done a comparison on basically, like, I'd say 75% of the products that she was using, and I've saved her, number one, a ton of money,
Mm,
um, and number two, I just know that she's going to have a much more consistent like time of it, because like you say, it's all part of majority of the products that I've given her are all part of like the hydrate range, because she suffers with dry skin, and particularly dry skin at the moment. So yeah, I just said to her, you're going to see like crazy like results down the line, maybe not instantly, because as we know, it does take time to your skin to settle into it. But yeah, I'll be interested to see, actually, she's like a really good example to compare, so I'll have to update you on once she receives
yeah,
her stuff,
please do.
because
Because
that would just put
listen,
that.
sometimes dry skin and dehydrated skin is purely just because you're not reacting to what you're using very well. Your skin just
Yeah,
doesn't like it, and you like it, and it's not
yeah.
ultimately giving you a red rash and itchy skin or anything, but it can cause long-term effects like that, like dry skin. So
Mm,
maybe your skin just didn't like what she was using.
exactly. And also I think that your skin changes as well, doesn't it? Your
Um,
lifestyle changes, it's constantly, the environments are changing, and there's all different factors to consider. So no, that'd be a great one to put that little method into reality. We'll see
yeah.
how she gets on, but no, I've got
Keep
high
us
hopes.
updated.
I will do. And questions, have you had any like crazy questions this week, or any questions that you think are going to help our listeners, that you think are going to be common?
I I did, but they're not tropic related as such. So I did a video on my Facebook page about the collagen supplements that I take, and I think I've touched on it before, so I won't go into it
Yeah,
too much. But people literally sending me message after message like, "Do you actually think this works?" Listen, it's hard to say because I've always had, touch wood, good skin. I do
yeah,
think that's because I use good skincare. I don't think my skin would be like this if I had carried on with the crap that I was using before, but it's definitely made my hair grow a lot thicker and faster. And my
yeah.
nail lady says that my nails grow so fast, I'm having them done every 2 weeks rather than every three. And I
Oh
have
wow.
been taking it for a good year. So it's obviously well in my system now. And religiously every morning I put that powder in my tea every single day. I never forget. So it's got so many benefits. And also I know older ladies who have said that they used to get aches and pains in their joints and things like that, and
Yeah,
arthritis. It's helped with things like that. So listen, if there's one thing that you supplement that you could take, and it's the one that I'm religious on, is collagen. I just think it's a
yeah.
great all-rounder.
I think that's again, this is a subject that I want to touch on in an upcoming episode. But I also think that skincare isn't just what you put on your skin. And I done a post recently about free skincare and the things that you can do, like get enough sleep, wash your pillowcase, drink water, wear SPF. Like there's all of these
The
other free
pillowcase is such
things.
a big one that I think people
Clean
forget.
your phone. Do you know that
Mm.
something, I think it was like your phone is like 90% dirtier, or I
Yeah,
can't
it's
remember
meant
the
to be
exact
like
thing, than a
dirtier than the
toilet
toilet.
seat. I
Yeah.
mean, crazy. So that's all
Mental.
on my page, but that is something that I think we should also explore, because I think people don't really like think, oh yeah, of course that would affect my face and my skin. You know, it doesn't have
Mm.
to just be your face, but like your actual body as well. Um,
Yeah,
but
let's talk about
no,
that soon.
yeah, no, collagen is a big one, and like you say, has so many health benefits. So I think that would be a really good one for our listeners.
Mm.
And yeah, I had a couple this week. So the first one was someone just asking me, which is so true, because before I done Tropic and I looked at the order of skincare, I had no idea really either. Someone said to me, I don't really use any skincare. I want to get into it. What order or what sort of base products am I looking at, and what order should they go in? Like if I've
Mm.
got a cleanser, a toner, a moisturizer, whatever, how do I do that? So I think that's a really important one. And
Yeah,
obviously,
because just to pause there, so
go
she's
on.
got the added benefit of you being her ambassador to have that
Yes.
support whenever she needs. You know, if you go into
Yeah.
a department store and just buy a load of skincare off the shelf, you don't get that. You just
No.
have to try it and use it however you think's best. But she can
Yeah.
ask you that.
Exactly, and I think that's actually become quite apparent recently as well. Is a lot of people are actually contacting me more for advice, as well as
Mm.
then potentially like going on to buying products or trying them. So yeah, I just said to her, start with a really good cleanser, and if you only have that cleanser, like that's totally fine. Like, but you
Mm.
want to be removing the dirt, you want to be removing the excess oils, and that is just a real foundation of a skincare routine.
Mm.
Um, then the toner, because I think we've mentioned before that the toner obviously helps to carry all of the other products after you use your toner into your skin cells. It allows it to travel through. Um,
Mm.
and then a really good moisturizer, or at least a moisturizer that suits your skin, whether that be, you know, a hydrating one, just a really nourishing one. And then everything else you can kind of add in, like what you said, as and when you need it.
Yeah.
So again, another example of just having the absolute basics and the staples really of a skincare routine, and
Mm.
you'll be flying, and you'll definitely see a massive change. So yeah, cleanser, toner, moisturizer, and that's what I told her, and she was really grateful actually, and hopefully that helped her and will help some of our listeners. And I suppose you probably get that as well, especially having, you know, a young daughter. I suppose she's kind of intrigued of how certain things work and what to use and what not to use.
Oh, the amount of times that I line up her skincare on her, like in her bathroom or on the side, I'm like, this is the order you use it, and I come back and it's all like everywhere, and I'm like,
Mumbo jumbled.
okay, as long as you're washing your face, that's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. And that is the thing, isn't it? Literally, as long as you are washing your face, you're not sleeping in makeup, you're waking up and you're cleansing your face, and you know it's ready to go, you will be set. Um, so yeah, and then I had a really lovely encounter this week, and I think you have probably had a couple of these. I know some of the girls in the group have, but I'm actually recommended some products to a lady who's going through some chemotherapy treatment, and it was a really special one for me, because I just thought, you know, she just wanted to, her skin was feeling a little bit lackluster, a little bit dry, and obviously when you have treatment, your skin barrier can break, it can become a lot more sensitive. So for me, that was a really lovely one, and I recommended her some products. And for anyone that is listening or knows anyone going through treatment or is going through treatment themselves, one thing that I did kind of look up is and educate myself on is essential oils are actually not that beneficial for people going through treatment, because of the broken skin barrier, and the essential oils can actually, it doesn't matter how lovely they are, how calming they are, but they can actually irritate and aggravate and inflame your skin's barrier because it's broken.
Wow, I didn't know
So
that.
Yeah, so one of the products that the customer originally wanted was our luxury body oil. I think because she just wanted, again, that bit of luxury, her skin to feel lovely and soft,
Mm.
and I actually steered her away from that and recommended our whipped body velvet instead, because it's obviously got all of those nourishing ingredients in it. It hasn't got any essential oils,
And it
but it
leaves the
goes
same
from that
effect.
balm to oil, exactly, and it gives you that oily effect anyway. Um, so yeah, that's just something that I really wanted to mention, and I guess it kind of ties in with the whole wear your SPF. I've got a stat here that says, which is a bit depressing, but I do think it's educational, and so I'm going to say it. Skin cancer. It basically is 1 in 5 people will
Mm.
get skin cancer, which is really scary. And but up to 90% of skin cancers are preventable if you use the right sun protection.
Yeah.
And so I just think that that's something to remember, especially where, like I say, the weather's getting better, but all year round with them UVA rays, like Dani said, A for aging and B for burning. Yeah, I just thought that was a really good little
And I
uh,
do think that it's
like moment to
really
share.
important because I do think the younger generation are more conscious and more aware of it, and even me and
Absolutely.
you are more aware of it. But I'd say like our mums and dads and nans, they come from that generation where it just wasn't a thing to chuck
Yeah.
sun cream on. You
Oh,
know,
I
when my
mean,
dad was really young, he was a builder. No one on site put sun cream on. Whereas now I send Dan out with his sun cream and I'm like, it's so important. You've got to do it.
yeah. Oh, I mean, my mum was like, my mum and aunt were in Malta putting carrot oil on, when they was younger, and
Yeah.
absolutely, and now they wouldn't dream of it. But that's what it was back then. There wasn't the
Mm.
awareness, the education. So I just think if even, listening to this pod, if we can just influence or at least educate like one person, then that's good enough for me, whether they be a younger person or whether it be a mum to remind their child or whatever.
Yeah.
And also it's never too late, if you are thinking, oh God, well, I haven't done it in God knows how many years, like there's no point now. There is point, because you're still going to help protect your skin, you're still going to reduce your risk of
Yeah.
skin cancer. And yeah, it's never too late.
No.
But no, I just thought that was really interesting and a really lovely moment, for me, especially on my tropic journey. You get to speak to people from all walks of life and going through all different things. So it is
Yeah.
important to have ambassadors like us, because we can, she may have well have gone ahead and just ordered something online that wasn't
Mm.
really that good, for her, that would have aggravated her. So yeah, no, I'm hoping that she'll really enjoy the products that I did recommend
Yeah,
instead.
that's really nice, Elle, and I wish her
Yeah.
all the luck
Yeah.
and kind wellness for her journey because
Mm.
yeah, I'm sure you made her day that day. Just a little bit of self-care can change a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And I just think for anyone, isn't it, whether you're going through treatment or whether you're just going through a hard time, just giving yourself that little moment of luxury or that little skincare ritual,
Yeah.
it's a game changer. It is a game
Mm.
changer. So
Mm.
yeah. Um, we're now at the time for our little quote. We love to end on a motivational quote, us guys. So it's Dani's turn this week. Let's see what good she's come up with.
This one isn't massively motivational, but I
Okay, that's
saw it
fine.
and it really resonated with me and I saved it. I think on this particular day, I'd heard something and I just saw it and thought, no, that's so true. So I just wrote it down last night because I really liked it. And it was something that I thought at the time, I want to share that on the pod.
Yeah,
So
go for it.
it is, what a blessing it is to wake up and still have another shot at doing this life better than yesterday.
Wow. Yeah.
I just really liked it.
Yeah, that is a real full circle.
And we need to remember that, Elle, in the morning when we wake up with a sore head.
We do.
I mean,
Well,
that quote's fine after like 9 o'clock, but before then.
yeah, we're like, no, I mean, that is a great way to end. And I'm going to go and have another glass of wine. I'm going to go and sit in the garden and enjoy the sunshine. And,
Cheers to
we hope,
you.
cheers to you, honey, and cheers to all of our listeners. Hope you have an amazing weekend, and we will see you on the next episode.
Love ya.
Bye. Love you.
Thanks for listening. You can keep up to date with us on Instagram at the Tropic Beauty Club. Don't forget to send us all your questions, and we'll catch you next time for Dani and Ellie's Tropic Beauty Club.